For this event, I was in the 1 o'clock group, and so my role in the event was myself and Sophia. We kind of presented to the kids and the parents kind of what the whole activity was about. So we gave a brief history of cyanotypes, just kind of introducing them to John Herschel and Anna Atkins and what historically cyanotypes have been used for. And we had like a poster with a few images, and we just kind of briefly went over how to do it.
So I worked on how to organize the children. I made cutouts for the cyanotypes, and I also planned out some of the activities that the children would be doing while they were waiting for the cyanotypes to develop. And on the day of the event, I worked with the children, organizing them and helping them make the cyanotypes.
So my main role in preparing for this event was writing a press release. It's not something I've ever done before, but I do enjoy writing and I consider myself to be somewhat good at it, so I volunteered to do it. I like getting feedback from my professor about it because I've never written something with the purpose of informing a group of people about something before. It's different than writing a research paper for school or for a grade or something.
I think the event actually went really well. I know everyone in my group was a little nervous when we first showed up, but things actually went really smoothly for the most part. The kids really enjoyed all the projects, and most of them were super excited about what we were doing and having other people to help them. So that was really cool and encouraging.
I felt like the event ran very smoothly because even while it took a bunch of time for the cyanotypes to develop in the sun, we were always able to keep the kids busy, whether it was chalking or drawing in coloring sheets or even just creating their second set of cyanotypes. So that was how it ran pretty smoothly.
My favorite part of the event was probably getting to see the like parents and some of the people who worked at the Sue Ross Art Center create their own cyanotypes. We had a lot of like leftover supplies, obviously because we didn't have too many kids show up. And like personally, I didn't know anything about cyanotypes before taking this class, and I'm sure like a lot of the kids, their parents didn't either. So I thought it was really like just fun to see that they were just as interested in doing it as their kids were.
So when we were doing coloring with chalk and drawing with chalk on the sidewalk, one of the children was really excited about being able to spell dyslexia. So they said, "I can write dyslexia in bubble letters." So they wrote dyslexia in bubble letters on the sidewalk in front of the Kirksville Art Association, and I just think that was really fun.
My favorite part of the event was working with the kids at the tables, helping them get all their crafts together so that they could create the cyanotypes that they wanted to create and be able to express however they wanted to on the sheets of fabric.
I think all of us kind of in the KAA group, we had each somewhat worked with kids at some capacity, and since we didn't have a ton of children to work with and they were all pretty well behaved and they were with their siblings and their parents the whole time, I think we actually as a group kind of learned more about event planning than actually working with kids. Um, Really, all we were given was where we were going to do the event and what time really our group was going to be there. So I think we really just learned about event planning. We barely knew each other and just we were able to come together and kind of figure out, okay, you need to bring this, you need to be doing this. And so I think we kind of learned how to designate tasks within a group and how to work together to put on a successful event.
I think mostly what I learned from this event is that it's actually a lot easier to reach out to the community than I initially anticipated that it would be. I was really scared that this event would go really horribly and be really scary, but it actually turned out really well, and everybody was super nice and sweet. And working with the kids was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. And I really enjoyed my experience, and I would totally love to do something like that again.
I met many, many people who have children in the Kirksville area and who work with the Kirksville area, and it was also really, really fun working with the Kirksville Arts Center because they had like everything we needed.
So obviously we got to work with kids and their parents from around Kirksville, but I think the thing that most connected me to the community was actually just going to go to the Sue Ross Art Center itself. I passed the building and I knew it was there, but I never really until this class and until working in this group understood that it had burnt down and how much it took for the community to come together and to rebuild the Sue Ross Art Center. And I really enjoy just getting to look around and seeing and meeting the people who worked there. So I think that was kind of the biggest community aspect of this project for me.
Thank you for this opportunity and everyone who helped make this happen.